What's up? It's been a little bit. I feel like today's going to be a soft-spoken video, so that's what we're going to do. It's really bright out here, as you can tell. My skin is glistening in the sun. It's a little wet right there. Or hydrated, I don't know. Some sweat going. Got the hat on today. You know, enjoying this nature. Always enjoying it. It's always refreshing coming out in nature just because it's so free, you know? It's not controlled by anything, it's just its own creation. But anyways, I hope you guys are doing good. Today I wanted to talk about the freedom to express yourself fully, completely, unconditionally. And I'm talking about every part of your being. I'm talking about your thoughts, your opinions, your perspectives, your feelings, your emotions, stuff like that. And the reason why I'm talking about this is because it's part of the healing journey. Realizing that you can express yourself fully and clearly as long as you don't hold yourself back from expressing yourself in that way. I just saw 222 on the timer. It's almost as if in today's society it's just perceived as wrong to express yourself fully and unconditionally and unapologetically, even though it's not. It's a good thing to express yourself fully and clearly, but with how people are today, it's just everybody wants to have this hard exterior about them, and they keep all of their problems and feelings, emotions, and thoughts within them, even though if you keep them within, they will come out eventually, even if it's an explosion when it happens. It can result in whichever feeling or way it manifests, how it comes out, but it will come out eventually. A thing with men especially is that, you know, people believe that since you're a man, you can't express yourself emotionally and speak out your problems and your mental and all that, but that's not true. Gender has nothing to do with any of that. All of us are the same. All of us have thoughts, feelings, emotions, and our own lives within our own head that we have to express, because if we don't, it just feels like we're trapped within ourselves, you know, that we're alone in this journey, even though we've got people around us and such that can help us. Men need to be more comfortable with expressing those emotions, especially the emotions, just because you don't always have to be the man all the time. All of us have feminine and masculine energies within us that need to be expressed in some way, whatever way it may be. And with those emotions, sometimes that may manifest as an activity, or maybe talking to someone or something. A good outlet for your daily life, for me, it's journaling. I recommend journaling to everyone. It's a good thing to do every day. You track your mental every day, your feelings. You can write to yourself about how you feel about yourself and such. You can just process everything on the paper. For some, it may be talking to yourself. There's nothing wrong with talking to yourself. If you got to talk to yourself, talk to yourself. It's an outlet that it's almost as if when you're talking to yourself, you're hearing yourself speak those words. So it's almost as if you're there for yourself. You can be that support there for yourself. And give yourself that positive talk and love and patience and light and peace that you need for when you're in difficult situations, or when you're in a situation where you just feel like you have to unload everything within you. Another way you can outsource your pent-up energy and emotions and thoughts is recording yourself and listening back to it. And it really helps when it's your voice, because one, you'll get used to your voice, and two, it's really truly you with you in that moment when you're watching that video. So you can run it back and process everything, and then analyze what maybe you might have to work on, what you might need help on, and stuff like that. I think the reason why I feel like people are so caught up with keeping everything within them at all times is, I feel like there's several factors. One being, they don't want anybody in their life. People like secrecy sometimes, and being a hermit. I had to do that once. I had to get through my life through a phase where I was alone, so I could process everything and transform the way that I needed to. If that's okay. It's not bad to go out on your own. Sometimes you have to do that. And sometimes people just don't want people to deal with their problems, and some people might feel like a burden when they talk to someone about their problems and such, but that's not. You have to ask. There's no hurt or harm in asking someone if you could talk about what you're going through, or your mental or your emotions. Because we're all on this healing journey together. And sometimes it can be hard to find like-minded individuals and people that want to help and will be able to listen to you, so they can help you in whatever way they can. But you have to be willing to open up more and express yourself more freely in order to find the people that will be willing to listen to you and help you on your journey, so you're not alone. Even though I don't feel as if we're all alone. We're always connected with the divine, with spirit, whatever you want to call it. We're all connected as one. But when we're physically alone, sometimes that can take a toll on our health, also on our being as a whole, mentally, physically, and emotionally. So if you're lonely, go try to find someone to talk to. Maybe you got friends you could talk to, but if not, there's always yourself. If you have a healthy relationship with yourself, you can always rely on yourself to be there for comfort, love, light, and peace, and help and support. And that's the thing. If you have a relationship with yourself, a healthy relationship with yourself, it's almost as if you're not alone ever. You will always have that positive self-talk coming from yourself whenever something happens, and whenever maybe you're going through a rough time. That's the best thing apart about having a relationship with yourself. I just saw 10:10 on the timer. I had to cultivate a relationship with myself because I realized that on this journey, we are supposed to be independent within ourselves and with ourselves, so that when we meet people and we have these connections and relationships, and when we're progressing through life, you can be an example and spread your love and light and peace and showing the world how healthy you are when you cultivated that relationship with yourself before you went out and started making relationships with other people, even though you weren't as healthy as you should have been, or maybe you weren't as independent as you should have been. It all comes back to ourself on this journey, because everything is a reflection outside of us. Something that triggers with something within us needs to be dealt with within us. Even if it's some person that triggered you in some way, you got to look at that trigger and be like, question it. Get down to the bottom of it. Get to the root of it. This journey is always constant. Always constant with evolution, change, and growth, and healing. And for some, that may seem tiring. But I feel like we just have to start becoming okay with it, the fact that it's a cycle, this life, and that everything is going to always force us to grow and change and evolve and heal in ways that we never could have imagined that we would be healing in. But so it is, that's just the journey that we are on as humans and as souls drifting through this universe, here and now, as one. All the energy that is within the universe, that is within us, it's all one energy just moving as one. It's beautiful. It is, it's beautiful. But yeah, if you struggle to even be with yourself and express your emotions and thoughts, there's ways that you can, I just saw 13:13 on the timer, there's ways you can learn to open yourself up more freely, open up that heart space, open up that creative space, open up that emotional space, open up that mind space, so you can be willing to express yourself. And express yourself with joy, unconditionally, fully and clearly, to yourself and to others. Because it's not always about expressing yourself to others. It could be about expressing yourself to yourself. It goes hand in hand. Relationship with yourself and your internal world can determine how healthy your relationships are outside of yourself and with the external world. Forge a healthy environment within your whole being, and you will have a healthy environment and life outside of you. That's how it works. Everything, like I said, is a reflection. It's like a mirror. You look some way in the mirror, or you look some way outside the mirror, you're going to look some way in the mirror. You look some way in the mirror, you're going to look some way outside the mirror. Hand in hand. But it's hot. I'm about to end the video. I I hope you found this video helpful or knowledgeable or in some way beneficial to you at all. If not, it is what it is. You can take what fits, leave what doesn't, whatever resonates for you. But I love you. Stay present, stay safe. Peace.